Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the FearFans Podcast. I'm your host, Don Elmy. With me is Tom and Joe. And Tom, I love what that filter you got there.
I
Yeah,
felt
really,
it was fitting,
it is. I can totally see that. So tonight
Little
we're
plug
responding to. Oh yes, that saw that too. That was a nice touch. That play in the top corner. Yeah. So tonight I'm responding to lots of requests that people have had for this movie, especially with the new one that just came out over this past weekend, and it is the first chapter of the horror anthology series VHS. And I first saw this when it was released when I was in college, and immediately I was intrigued because because it introduced something that I'd never really seen before: horror anthology mixed with found footage. His whole thing was filmed in a found footage style.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like a bunch of short stories, basically, that they had a main story going on with, where they were searching for a tape, and they never tell you if they found the right tape. By the way.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? Yes, I mean, it's like those guys were expected to just go through like all these different tapes to find the right one with no indication of. They're just like they were just told, "Oh, you'll know when you see it."
Yeah,
I'm
right.
like, yeah,
And
that
it's
doesn't.
supposed to be like what in the like, I guess, the 90s or whatever. But like the
No, I
dudes,
think
the dudes' hairstyles, like their facial hairs, it definitely says 70s to me.
yeah, I know.
Especially the main guy that was like, "No, we need to find that one." Like,
oh yeah, and I gotta say, like those people in the intro, that gang of criminals, it shows like they were immediately unlikable in any way or shape or form because
well, of
they filmed
course.
themselves. Yeah, they filmed themselves going on a crime spree, causing property hundreds, probably thousands of dollars worth of property damage, and also saying like lifting women's shirts up. And I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You
Show her
and also,
titty.
yeah,
I
and
didn't finish
also
the
these guys
word,
are.
by the way. I'm
Oh yeah,
censoring myself.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, those guys are just total idiots because when you go on a crime spree and film it, yeah, when you guys get caught, guess what those videos become?
Evidence.
Evidence. Yes, evidence.
I didn't like this movie at all.
Yeah,
I don't like
I mean,
them. They could have left out a little less of the shaking
Mm.
of the
I mean,
camera.
I will say there were certain times where it was kind of hurting my eyes a little.
Yeah, it was getting.
But I'm watching it like on a computer monitor instead of a TV screen, like from far away. Like I'm like right up on my monitor and everything. So I chalked it up to that. But I mean, the stories were good, and they had potential to be better than they were. And I blame a lot of that on the acting.
on the acting. Yeah.
Semi-production.
Yeah, I mean, this was meant to be, low budget. Like they wanted to have like they took that kind of approach. Like trying to put out, some campy stories.
What's up?
I'm sorry, Joe?
I laughed that little bit.
Oh, okay.
That's her nickname for me. She makes nicknames for everybody.
I bet. And I mean, this did have some good ideas though. Like it was basically experimenting with something that's never really been done with before. Having an anthology where it's found footage style, and the whole thing is taking place in like this narrative where they're trying to find a VHS tape like that's supposed to be worth a lot of money, and which this criminal organization is trying to use to expand their criminal enterprise. But yeah, and then they check each tape one by one, and you see what's on each tape. It's like a different story.
Yeah,
and that's where. Yeah, I thought that it was pretty unique.
It's like watching. Oh man, there's been a lot of movies that do a bunch of short stories.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of one of them right now, but there's been plenty of them that do that kind of same style, where it's a bunch of different short stories and stuff like that, and a lot of them have been in the horror genre.
Oh yes, a lot of these, Radio Silence direct
Tales from the Crypt type things, or Tales from the Dark Side, or the things of the like.
Yeah, and it's worth noting that the last segment, that Halloween party segment, that was created by Radio Silence, and those guys have been making a name for themselves in horror. I've followed them for years on their YouTube channel. Chad, Matt, and Rob back when they were doing all kinds
You
of.
are now Don Velvet Cake, by the way. So
Okay.
Little Bit has given you your nickname, and that's what you will be from henceforth.
What does he do? Like roll a dice? Does he have dice that have random words on it? And he just
No,
rolls the dice.
well, she,
she.
she has different nicknames for everybody. She has one for Dom. Little Bit. What is your name for Dom? I forget. But yeah, I'm Stud Muffin Sugar Lips.
Hey, Billy, good to see you. Yeah, Radio Silence. Radio Silence. We've discussed them on the podcast before. We actually covered their latest film, Abigail, on this.
I've seen that advertised quite a bit.
Oh yes,
in the last
week. They've worked on all sorts of films such as Ready or Not, Scream 5 and 6,
Sexy Juicy Pants. That's down. Sorry.
And they've gone back to creating more segments of the VHS franchise in VHS 94, VHS 99, and VHS 85.
So how many of these movies have there been total?
7. Yeah, Jesus. Joe, I know that you said you don't like the original because I will say that the original is one of the lesser films aside from VHS Viral being that's the worst of all of them. But it does get better as the series goes on. Like VHS 2 is way better than the first one. And me and Nick have watched the latest film, VHS Beyond, over this weekend, and we both loved it. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Excuse me, the allergies.
Well, it's like this.
Hey, Braxton.
Like, if you're going to do something, they copied a few things from other movies, I noticed, too. The guy sitting there and they thought he was dead that whole time.
I knew right away. He was moving.
Exactly. It's like after watching some of those other movies, it's like, oh, I've seen this before. The guy's not dead.
Yeah. Well, I looked into this and apparently he actually was dead. He just came back as a zombie.
Yeah, but
still, Robert, you could have watched this on Tubi.
Known, and the shaking was just way too much. I mean,
nobody knew
some of that shaking, but Jesus Christ,
nobody knew how to hold a camera back then.
Yeah, us old people, that shaking can be real annoying and cause headaches.
Well, a lot of you old people shake too.
I'm just saying, whatever. You're not too far behind me, Tom.
No, I'm 27. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that I'm 21.
Yeah. I'm 18.
I doubt that if I'm 27.
Oh man, but and also freaky thing, that VCR that those criminals used to watch each one of these tapes. We had the same VCR in my parents' house growing up.
I did too. I actually just got rid of it, I think, recently.
I think it would have been more poetic if they had like a top loader. The ones that where it opened up on the top instead of inserting it in.
Right.
That would have made it. That would have made it a little better.
Yes, Billy, I did announce to everybody on the FearFans group that Velma has officially been canceled off of HBO Max. Glad that's over.
Thank freaking God.
Hey, Kate.
I never watched
Hi, guys. How are you?
What's up, Kate?
Oh, doing well. Yeah.
Wearing your favorite shirt.
It's all right.
As always. Oh, yeah. Your sexy flannel shirt,
That's
as it's been dubbed.
Nice. Yes. So,
nice.
So VHS. Did you get a chance to see this, Kate?
I didn't. I did watch trailers on YouTube, and I watched a few little reviews on YouTube. I have to say, I don't know if I would enjoy it. It does.
Yeah, I can understand. There are some parts. There are some parts where it's uncomfortable, like not just with the violence, but also with the certain sleazy content, especially with those criminals, just attacking women. I speak for all the good men,
you see some boobies in the movie, but you're expecting that with horror movies.
Well, I'm not just saying that. I'm saying
frontal nudity on both male and female on that movie.
Well, briefly, very briefly,
but still.
Well, it's not just that. It's the fact that they're just attacking women like that, and I'm just like, I speak for, and I'm just like, I speak on behalf of all good men in this world when I say we do not claim those scumbags.
Well, listen. There was a segment in there where one of the women was attacking everyone.
Yes, the first segment, amateur night. Yes, the first segment, Amateur Night, which is arguably the greatest one out of all of them. I feel like for the most part, it overshadows a whole lot of everything else we see in this film. Like this was also, and also I don't know if you guys knew this, but this led to a spin-off called Siren, where that actress who played Lily in it reprised her role.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Doing the same character and
Yep, same character, same freaky
Wow.
look to her. And here.
I mean, I don't know. I
I'll
don't
have
get. Was she a vampire? Was it like
No,
I don't
she
know
was- It's been said that she's actually a succubus, and it's a female demon that targets men. Yeah, a female demon that targets men sexually.
Well,
Yeah.
I like you.
But yeah, she always says, "I like you." And
Great.
crazy
She
thing,
only said that to the dork with the glasses with the camera in it.
to Clint, yes. And crazy thing, I actually did have a camera like that where it was like with built-in video, like with glasses that had built-in like a video camera and like between the frame. Yeah, I did use that at college when I was like experimenting with all kinds of different film technology. Oh,
Now we
and
have
look
like
who's here.
Google things. What's up, Jill?
Hey, Jill.
Hi, Jill.
We got lots of them here in Japan. Oh, nice.
Hi,
Yeah.
Emily.
So yeah, Jill, have you seen VHS?
I finished it yesterday. It's
Oh, did you?
disturbing.
It is a lot of it is disturbing. Yes,
Yeah.
especially
I
with
started
the
it
segment that
yesterday
we're,
morning and finished it.
especially the segment that we're talking about, Amateur Night, which is like the first story within one of the tapes. Yeah, where three guys are like going bar hopping, trying to get with girls and film it without them knowing. I'm pretty sure that's a crime.
Yeah.
It happens.
Well, now,
Well,
yeah,
that was a crime because they were catching a lot of back when the internet came out and was brand new. They were catching a lot of these predators that were doing and releasing under the skirt videos and
well, they called them voyeur.
yeah,
videos.
but still they got
Yeah.
caught and busted. I mean, there was a lot of them. I mean, that guy that did the Girls Gone Wild got busted for stuff
That's
like
right.
that.
Well, but those
Yeah.
girls were willing. That's different.
Not all of them were though.
Yeah, the thing is,
Wow.
yeah. I mean, the thing is, you post something like that online, that's traceable. They could trace that to you, and then you're looking at some serious charges.
And that is why I do not trespass in my videos.
And then there was a time where people were going into the public bathrooms, and then the next thing they know, there was videos of them up on the internet.
I still get nervous when I stay anywhere that's not familiar. Just, even hotels or anywhere, I just check everything to see if there's any hidden cameras, but you just
I don't
never
blame
know
you,
where it's
because
hidden.
Don't
You
trust the
never
videos
know.
online that show you about this is how you can find this and this is how you can find that. No, don't trust any of them. They're all a bunch of bull crap.
Yeah, I mean,
They-
I gotta say, like this said, like Amateur Night really disturbed me more than anything. Not just because of what the guys were doing, and like they were going bar hopping, getting kicked out of bars because of their obnoxious behavior. But when they brought Lily
I would
to
never
their
be obnoxious in a bar.
yeah, when they brought Lily to like her their motel room, or I'm sure it was a motel. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, they slowly discovered that she's not human, that she is a succubus, and like here's what she looks like. Here, let me give you a little
Suck you,
show you this. Yeah, this is what she looked like when they first met her.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, the huge eyes, and also
like
notice
you.
that. Yeah, all she ever said to them was, "I like you." Well, specifically to Clint, she hated
You can see a
Patrick.
line going down her face right
Yeah.
there.
She
Mhm.
did
Yeah.
that.
It looks like somebody
specifically
did that
on purpose.
coin trick to her, where like they
Yeah.
put pencil around the coin and she just went
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, notice that line because
Yeah.
that actually opens up and it reveals what she really is. Oh, Jeremy's in the chat. Okay, but here is what
Hey,
she actually looks.
What's
When they
up,
found
Cam?
when everything built up, when she started going around killing, this is what her true form is.
Zipper
Yeah,
face.
That is freaky.
Yikes.
Yeah, I
She
was freaked.
reminded me of Splice, like the character
no.
in Splice.
Yeah, this actually freaked.
Yeah.
This actually genuinely freaked me out when I first watched this movie. It's like you're seeing this in first person, right? It just looks like that face is just staring right at you. It's like you don't know what she's gonna do.
That actually looks like somebody that would be a friend of Chaos, who is in the chat right now, who is a haunt actor.
And she's still trying to go, and she's still like looking at Clint, just saying, "I like you." Oh my
So
God.
creepy.
It is.
Yeah,
It is really
And then
creepy.
apparently she flies.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
It's revealed in the end when Clint is like running for help because he's hurt from falling down the stairs running from Lilith, and broke it, like there was a bone sticking out of his wrist, like he was badly hurt. But then as Clint is running outside like trying to find help, runs out to some guys and then finds himself going airborne. Turns out that Lily, the succubus, is able to fly. And I actually did find a way to make that part not scary. Hang on, you guys are gonna love this. I actually did find a way to make it not scary, but like whenever I hear that part after this stupid ad stops, yes, skip. I just make one thing I do is not to make that not scary is whenever that scene is shown, I just picture here. Hang on. I just hear this little segment in my head whenever she is flying up. This I just hear this. That's it. I officially made that part not scary by just picturing that.
Oh yeah. That was it was scary. And I was like falling asleep because it was late. And I finished watching that segment. And I was like, I'm gonna have to watch the rest later because if the rest is like this, I don't know if I can handle it.
No, it actually gets less intense as it goes on.
That was intense.
Which is kind of weird.
Yeah. Like the next bit I was not crazy about, but amateur nights, it's like you got like these guys who are obviously they're up to no good, they're filming women without their consent, and and then they get their comeuppance. Like that's the thing. That's one of the redeeming qualities when it comes to like these characters, that all those who are out to go and do harm to others, they are actually going to come uppance later on. And but amateur night sticks out for many reasons, mainly because of Lily. She definitely left an impact on everybody who ever watched this movie.
I mean, I will say the segment with the lake and stuff like that, with the dude that was like all digital that she couldn't film, and she's like, "Why can't I film you?" and stuff. That actually had potential to be better than it was. Yeah. And again, I blame it on the acting.
Well, yeah,
maybe semi-production again. But like that could be a story all on its own, like a whole movie, really, and like not have the reveal happen so quick that she brought them up there with the intention of using them all as bait and stuff,
right?
Like
I have a question on the first segment when she flew off with the guy because she likes him.
Yeah, so, it's heavily implied that she was looking for a mate. And when she saw Clint at that bar, like she couldn't take her eyes off of him.
She was sniffing him.
Yeah, she was sniffing him, all these weird gestures, and had very little to say other than "I like you." But then, and of course, she showed extreme hostility towards his buddy Patrick, who was like really trying to get in on the action. Like he was kissing at him and was just looking at him and then looking back at Clint and saying, "No."
Like a cat. Remember they said, "Oh, you're like a cat. What are you?"
Yeah, they actually did do a good job with the whole drunken acting like they were drunk.
Well, it's not hard to do if you've been drunk on a regular basis. I can say, but his never-ending laughter during that scene, though, it got annoying at one point. It's just like, dude, shut up.
I mean, come on. Patrick was definitely the most obnoxious out of all of them.
They were drunk, though.
You got one dude trying to get lucky. You got the other guy talking to the girl, and you're just sitting there on the couch laughing for no reason.
Yeah,
I think he was on shrooms or something, like or ecstasy.
Well, they did have a little bump of something.
They did
in the car on the way there.
Yeah, I mean,
but still, I mean, come on, that's the kind of guy. It's like, dude, you know what? Go wait in the car. We'll be out. Just go pass out in the car.
Maybe he was a virgin. So he was like, what is going on?
If anybody was a virgin, it was the guy that she liked.
Oh yeah, Clay. He was the most timid out of all of them.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
one with the
but,
glasses, right?
Yeah. But Shane was just there to have fun. You know, Shane was not that bad, not as bad as Patrick anyway. But he was the first to die when they first noticed what Lilith Lily was. But the thing is, Clint noticed something when they were unclothing her, and they noticed her feet were all scaly and clawed.
Yeah, he's like, wait, guys, wait.
Yeah, it's like, how do you overlook that?
So the other succubus movie I remembered was the one with Megan Fox, and I thought that was pretty scary for how they portrayed that demon.
Jennifer's Body.
Yeah,
I remember watching that when I was in college.
It was all right.
I feel sorry for SpongeBob. No more Patrick. Yeah, I thought it was especially disturbing when she went after Patrick and then ripped his junk off.
Yeah, that was messed up.
Yeah, that was shocking.
Ew.
Well,
What is
yeah.
this film?
It is gory.
Lilith is vicious when she can be.
It
Yeah,
was.
That
It
first
wasn't,
segment.
it wasn't just a hot dog.
Yeah,
It was
Not
a
all this-
whole kit and caboodle. Like, she's like,
Not all the segments were that
yeah,
terrifying
true.
to me.
yeah. But yeah, Lily, she can be real vicious.
and then
So what's the
what was it?
lesson?
The
The lesson
last one.
is don't
is-
take strange women home.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and don't try to film them without their consent. Yeah, like these guys were just doing it for all the wrong reasons.
And it was the last one, right? The Halloween party was.
Yes.
Now that one actually had some serious potential to
It
be
did.
very disturbing, but it wasn't. But man, I mean, the concept that they had there though was very much an '80s horror movie, which a lot of it was kind of, I
Right.
guess, in hindsight. But that one, like the effects that they had with the hands reaching through the floor and through the walls and everything like that the effects were very cool.
Yeah, this did have good effects. That's one of the redeeming qualities about VHS. But and also it had better sequels after this, with one exception, VHS Viral. I dread the day we cover that one. But yeah, Braxton, I gotta say, yeah, VHS, it is worth seeing, and it's actually available on all sites of services. Like it's on Peacock, it's on Amazon Prime, Tubi, Pluto
Yeah,
TV.
I watched it on Tubi.
Oh yeah, yeah, and
Fine.
let's see. Yeah, Braxton was asking about what do we think is worse, Succubus or Banshee? Probably Succubus because
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Banshee just kind of
definitely.
taunts you and then just kills you.
Yeah.
Whereas the succubus will mess with you.
right.
Well,
So
she
it's
kills men. That's her purpose.
That's true.
They
Yes.
both do.
Yeah. But
Really?
you should know it's also worth noting that there's actually a male equivalent to a succubus, and that's the incubus. An incubus targets women.
The band. I mean, you're right.
Banshee
I
is
was thinking it, but I just didn't say.
yeah, that's true. I mean, there actually is one of, I think the most famous succubus of all is Morrigan from that's a Capcom video game series. I never played that game, but I just know of her from Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do remember that game.
Yeah,
I played it in
good
the arcade, man.
Oh yeah, they're good games. Yeah, but the next segment though, I was not too crazy about. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I thought it would start. It just like had very slow, like uninteresting build up to to the very end that had like a somewhat of a weak twist. Yeah, it was called Second Honeymoon, where it focused on that couple and
Yeah.
there's a killer that's watching them at
in the
nighttime. Like,
motel.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the twist?
Yeah,
yeah. I felt like
it felt like vacancy a little bit at
Hey.
first.
Kind of.
slightly.
But the twist I was not expecting though.
Yeah,
Like I was like, wait, what? Is that the same? That's her.
yeah. It was all a setup so she can get back together. She can get together with her girlfriend. Yeah, she didn't want to be married anymore. So
Why didn't she just push him off when they were like hiking in that canyon?
At the Grand Canyon or wherever it was they were. That like
It was an accident. He slipped and fell.
he was
why
having
should
a problem
we do all
getting
that?
up, and she's like, "Do you want me to help you?" Just whoop, oops.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you needed build up, so
Yeah, for that brutal ending. And
I want to ask, who was the director?
there's multiple directors of these
okay.
segments. Yeah, And let's see, let's see who directed Amateur Night. That was David Bruckner. He's worked on several horror films like The Signal, Ritual, and also The Night House. And also The Night House, I definitely, I gotta see that. And let's see, Tuesday the 17th was directed by Glenn McQuaid. I'm not sure if I'm too familiar with his work, but the one I'm most familiar with was the guys who directed the Halloween segment. It was called 10/31/98, Halloween 1998. It was created by Radio Silence, who we've covered in one of their movies before. Their latest work was Abigail.
Yes. Yeah.
They also worked on Scream 5 and 6. They did Ready or Not. They're really making a name for themselves in horror.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, interesting. I didn't know it was multiple people that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, each segment you could tell was like a different crew altogether. You know what I mean? Like they didn't have the same feel. And that was cool because it did add to the element of the guys watching the different tapes and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
If it had been like the same production and direction crew and everything, you would have felt that.
I'll pull off the succubus instead of the witch.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The comment.
Oh my God, that sounded so dirty, and I'm not going to comment on any of it.
Good.
Oh man. But
I'm just saying it's.
Yeah, but Kate, they actually did the exact same thing as far as having each segment made by different people for just about all the segments in the VHS franchise. And in the second one of the segments was directed by the same guy who directed Blair Witch Project.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe I should skip the first one and just go to the second one then.
No.
Well,
the first one. I mean, I got the feeling that this is the type of movie franchise where you don't really have to see the one prior to it to see the next one.
Yeah, you don't. You could skip it, but it's a little bit triggering.
Okay.
A little. I wasn't that thrown off by it, really. I mean, it's not like I stopped watching it going, oh man, that was really messed up. It was like, it was all right.
Yeah, I mean, me and Nick just watched the latest one, VHS Beyond, over the past Saturday, and because it just came out on Shudder, and I gotta say, it's incredible. Yeah, VHS Beyond, like it was more sci-fi horror, but it's definitely worth seeing. Oh, and speaking of all the latest VHS movies have been released on the horror network Shudder. And each year since 2021, each year since 2021, when they threw in VHS 94, they've been throwing in a new VHS movie every year, and each year actually is significant to VHS's to the history of a VHS tape, of its marketing. Like there's VHS 99. Like in the year 1999, that's when the VHS pretty much plummeted as far as its popularity in the home video market because that's when something new was introduced, the digital video disc, also known as DVD. And
it was a little before that, though, wasn't it?
Well, that's when 1999 is when it started really growing. And then VHS 85, which back in 1985, that's when VHS was taking the home viewing market by storm.
No, it was only 97 when they first came out, so it wasn't that far before.
And look, VHS Beyond is now number 1 on the top charts on Shudder's content.
Oh wow!
And and you could see VHS 94 being listed there as well as VHS 85.
I want to see 85.
85 is pretty good. I will say that. Yeah.
I guess that Joe, when you had your video store, you probably remember when the DVDs took over.
Actually, it was just towards the end of the time DVD was just starting to come out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then it got even harder because Blockbuster had the ability to buy in quantity.
Mm-hmm.
The more they bought, the deeper the discounts.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, stuff's going to get cheaper now. No, it got cheaper, but still, you know, you can only get a couple of copies every month because your movie budget's only this much. And Blockbuster, 3 blocks away, can get 25, 30 copies of a movie. You can't compete.
No,
Yeah.
not really.
You
And,
know, and when it
That was
first
even
came-
before the streaming services.
Well,
Yeah.
when I first started in the video store business, VHS was brand new.
Oh.
You know, so
coming up from beta.
right. The first store, the first store I was at before we changed the name of the store and I became management, it was primarily all beta.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
What's
And then
beta?
It's the same principle as VHS, but they were bigger.
Yeah, and
Oh.
laser discs came out after VHS did, and
But it didn't
before
take off as
DVD,
much.
right? Because they were about the size of an album.
Yeah.
Yes.
It didn't.
Here,
You
I
know.
found a picture. Here.
It didn't take off much. Like I remember.
And they cost a lot more than VHS, and those players were like in the thousands of dollars when they first came out.
And I remember one of my ex-girlfriend's parents had like a laser disc player back in the 80s, and I was like, what the hell is that? Can we put Led Zeppelin in there?
Oh yeah, I remember those old. We just call them like old tapes. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, the beta tapes were like huge.
Then there was that laser disc that they were introducing, which is pretty much like DVD, but it was like super bulky and not many people owned those.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what he was saying. It was like the size.
It was like a vinyl LP.
Yeah.
A vinyl album.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
and those, you know, you go and try to get a movie, and those suckers are like this big. You know,
laser
like
disc. Yeah.
You know, like the actual size of an album. That's you know. Yeah, that's a rare. That's a
TCB, man.
Yep.
I don't
pretty much
find this album anymore. It was hard to find to begin with.
Oh, here, Billy. Here, Billy's asking, are all of the movies on Shudder? All the newest ones are on Shudder. VHS 94, VHS 99, VHS 85, and VHS Beyond. Those are on Shudder. But the first 3 movies are not. But you can find them on Peacock, Amazon Prime, Tubi. So
Tubi is free. All you got to do is sign up with your Google account. Like, bam, you're done. You're watching for free.
I've never been to Shudder before.
It's a good app for if you're a huge horror fan because they got some pretty good stuff on there.
I am a huge horror fan, but it's hard to watch the horror movies because they got to do it while the wife's at work or not around. You know,
yeah.
She don't.
I love
like
watching. I love watching Creepshow on there. It's a pretty good show.
Holy cow! Children of the Corn.
I have not been able to watch the Creepshow show, and I really, really, really want to.
It's pretty good. It's worth getting Shudder for. Does
it hold true to the actual movies?
I believe so. Yes.
Oh my god, I gotta watch it.
I'll be right back. Corpses.
Oh yeah,
we got some good movies on here.
Tom's gone off to watch the whole series. He'll be back soon.
Yeah. And they also have one movie I'm interested in. Oh yeah, I also love. There's also this one movie I'm interested in watching. A lot of people are saying I should check it out, called Late Night with the Devil. And some people are saying it's like found footage. I'm like, okay, I gotta check this out on Shudder. It's it's this one.
I need to see that still.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet. It does look
I really want to see that one.
Whoa, it's got 97% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, if Rotten Tomatoes if Rotten Tomatoes says it's good, I definitely gotta see it.
I know they do like an exorcism on it or something like that
so.
On the show that they're recording.
Shocker. Oh my God.
I still haven't seen that new. There's a new movie about an exorcism holy man person.
The Pope's Exorcist.
Yeah, is that good?
Russell Crowe. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen that yet.
Not that great actually.
There's a lot of Italian in it, so you might like it. You might enjoy it. Like,
okay.
It takes place in Italy.
Ooh, they have Ginger Snaps on here. They have all the Friday the 13th.
I noticed they don't have one.
Let's see, Hellraiser. Oh, Sharknado, of course.
And then Russell Crowe has another exorcism movie
Ooh,
where he's doing something, and then he gets he gets possessed.
Oh, yeah.
It's a new.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Babadook.
Oh, that's a good one. Australian.
I was looking for Videodrome on there, and it's not on there.
Mm.
The Babadook was creepy. I remember that.
It is. It's really creepy.
Oh, did you see all of the Creep Show, Tom?
What's that?
Oh, we thought you went off to watch all of the Creep Show.
Yeah, I did it that quick.
Yeah,
I'm like a speed reader, only I just watch
Like,
movies and fast forward.
Downloaded it. In
Right
your
into my
brain.
brain.
Let's see.
I'm gonna do that right now.
Like in Black Mirror. there's an episode.
I just go, all right, here, let me take this and put this right in here. And oh, wow, that was a great movie.
Wow, great series. Yes.
I mean, I watched 10 years of a series right there.
Well, they finally had some good ones on cable this year.
I watched
yeah.
all of Breaking Bad right there, too.
Do you guys
They
still
had
have
some
cable?
classics.
I don't.
Wow. I don't have
I do.
cable.
Well, I mean, I kind of do, but it's like certain channels that just show like one specific TV show. Like there's a channel that's dedicated to Mystery Science Theater 3000. They'll just play a marathon of that all day.
Yeah, I don't like that when they do that. Or play the same movie over and over again, or the same 3 movies over and over again all day long.
No.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, the one that I have plays something different every time.
Mm.
Yeah.
You
But,
know, well, I get cable for free, so
yeah.
Well,
it's kind of included in the
bundle
condo
package.
association fees.
Yeah, I have a bundle package, but the only reason I have a home phone or a cable is for him. Otherwise, all I need is internet and a computer, and I'm good.
Right.
Mm.
Well,
I can find everything I want to watch.
all right.
Right.
Well, hey, Tom, definitely take it from me. If you love horror, Shudder is definitely worth getting.
Really?
Oh yeah, I absolutely
Is
love
it? Is it a paid subscription?
Yes.
$6.99.
Yep, $7 a month.
Oh, that's not bad.
I
That's
was
like
thinking
what
about doing that
Netflix
because
used to be.
There's a lot of good movies
know.
on there I haven't seen in a long time.
Oh yeah,
But
there's-
Tubi does have quite a bit of horror on it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then you got to deal with commercials.
Yeah, well, that's all right though. I mean, they're not
don't like
not very
commercials.
frequent. I think
Yeah.
during the whole VHS, I
You
think
know,
there was like 3 or 4 commercial breaks, and
Not-
that was it. That's 2 hours though. so
this
that's
is
not bad.
nothing against either one of them, either one of the candidates. But, you know, keep the political commercials off the streaming services.
They won't.
Hey,
I wish they would. You know, any other commercials fine, but you know, these guys just bashing each other.
That's all
It's
political
gotta
things
stop.
are anymore.
Trump,
It's not
Trump
about-
has something to say.
It's not about for the politicians. It's I mean, real quick. It's not about what I'm going to do for you. It's about what the other guy is doing wrong. And
right.
that's no matter which side you follow. That's what the commercials are. Anyway, Don,
Those commercials are bad.
you
Yeah,
you were going to
so-
say something. I saw the face. I know it really well. I've seen
I was
it
going
a million
to
times, and I love it.
I was going to make a Donald Trump joke, but then I just thought no.
No.
Yep. I decided to back off on this one.
I love Netflix. It's a great service. I love it. I've
Yeah.
watched a lot of
Oh, they
movies on it. It's
They
great.
started showing commercials.
No, Shudder, you get no commercials. You know, you get to watch all the VHS you want, all the creep show you want. So definitely check it out.
Okay,
All
so,
right, we could do the flip side, but we'll go all night on that. We're not gonna
Right.
And,
So,
and I'm not trashing any politician by any means. I'm just imitating the politicians and getting laughs for it.
Ooh.
Right. Oh, and so that segment where we were talking about that killer in that in the woods, that was that the title of it. You're gonna love this. Is called Tuesday the 17th, and yes, it is a reference to Friday the 13th because this is
Or
4
Saturday
days-
the 14th.
No, yeah, well, this
That
is,
was a funny movie.
well,
I
yeah,
love that one.
yeah, 4 days after Friday the 13th, and focuses on four guys, you know, four college kids who followed their. Actually, no, it's 3 college kids who follow a new friend named Wendy out into this lake. With
Well, the one was her boyfriend, wasn't he?
No, these were all new acquaintances for her.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got the impression that they were together.
Nope, they just met Wendy and decided to go with her. You know, because that's totally safe thing to do. Go off with a random stranger out into
Yeah, into the woods by a lake. You know, maybe have a little cabin house with a little swinging porch on the front, and you got to get the key from up top to open the door. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's all good.
Well, she baited them into like, oh, let's go alone together, one-on-one, like a one-on-one trip. And so she baited a couple of them to do that.
Yeah, it's like it's going to be just you and me, or it's going to be an all-girls trip, or you're all going to die up here, you know.
Yeah. I thought,
that was a little freaky. All of a sudden, she's like, "You're gonna die up here. You're all gonna die."
Yeah, just
I would have left.
Like,
and he waited till after he got stoned to ask her, "Wait, what did you mean by that?" Like hours later.
Yeah.
I'd have been immediate. Like, what the?
What the? You know, it's like, are you some crazy bitch? What the hell?
Isn't that a line from Evil Dead? Like,
yeah, it's similar.
yeah,
I believe they did have a line from Silence of the Lambs in the beginning. Yeah.
Several movies, I think. You're all gonna die.
Yeah, and I thought it was especially creepy when Joey had that camera. He was like, when he was panning in certain areas and it shows a dead body. You know, like mutilated.
Yeah, it was like for a split second when she said, "My friend died here" or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that was the glitch. Yeah. So the villain in this story is known as the glitch. He is basically like Jason, but you can't really like see him because he's so distorted on camera.
Well, I get the impression that they could definitely see him clearly in person.
Yes, they can. It's just they can't film him on camera because there's like all he's completely blurred by these tracking errors. So yeah, he's known in the credits as the glitch.
It's like in The Grudge, like when the camera goes on, or she goes on the camera, she kind of glitches it around.
Yeah, and she said, "Why can't I film you?" or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yes. And so I believe the dead bodies that it was showing before he started attacking all the others was like him just showing like the victims from the last time he was hunting Wendy and friends.
Yep.
You know, I'll give them credit that they kept that, you know, real to the times of VHS, you know, because when they did that, you used the term that we used on VHS a lot when VHS came out, is tracking. Yeah. It's like the tracking was way off, you know, like he was there,
but on just him.
Yeah.
Not any of the ground.
But I liked how they did that. It stayed true to the VHS type of
they bring that
scenario.
up in The Ring when she's trying to check the tape.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she kept pushing it, you know, and the tracking.
Oh yeah, they kept pushing it to the point where it was about to break the tape, and then they could see the lighthouse and all that.
Yeah, she's stretching it.
Wow, how did I pull that one out?
That's true. Yeah, that is
been a while since I saw The Ring.
Yeah.
Who else misses like the feeling of holding a tape and like popping it up and you can see the tape and rewinding? Like I miss that feeling.
Or the sound.
And the old school VHS tapes, like when you took the film out and you held it up to the light, you could actually see every frame.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like then with the newer VHS tapes towards the end, you couldn't.
That was more like what is it? The film that was going.
Yeah, like 8mm.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
That was.
But some of the old VHS tapes, you could like because I would find some broken in the woods and stuff, and I'd be like, I could see.
Yeah, you could see the frames.
Maybe they were beta tapes. Maybe.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, here's someone.
Hi, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in.
And then Robert was saying, Red Queen says, "You're all going to die down here."
You're all going to die down here.
But at the same time, we all flew.
Yeah, but it's like
we all flew.
You know, like Tom said, why didn't I would have questioned her right away about that?
He waited till like 2 hours later after he was smoking a joint.
What did you mean by that? You know, and it's like,
oh yeah, by the way,
all that's coming to your head.
By the way, what did you mean by that? When you said
like, what the hell are you smoking
like that? They always have that character.
Yeah. She probably thought she was smoking those mushrooms they found on the trees, but
Well, they didn't take any off. They just
might want to leave them alone, otherwise you end up like The Last of Us.
You know, I ain't got anything nice to say about Blockbuster.
Well, Aaron, I have seen VHS 2. I have not only that, but every single VHS movie. So Yeah, I do.
I've only seen the first one.
Be kind, rewind. That's right. That was on the tape.
That's right. Come on.
Man. And I will say that this I like how like Wendy just set up these like booby traps to after the killer just like took out all the other everybody else, but here's the thing. I thought Wendy was pretty stupid of Wendy to just walk over and ask, why can't I film you? Gave the killer an opportunity to like slash at her. I'm like, why would you get that close to him? It doesn't matter if he's in a bear trap. If he can still get you if he's within reach. If you're within reach of him. I thought that was stupid.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of stupid things in horror movies. But that's part of why we love the horror movies. Here, let me take my Arnold filler off.
It kind of gave me Slender Man vibes because of the whole forest.
Right. Yeah. I kind of was thinking that too. I mean, 2012, that was around the time when Slender Man popularity was at an all-time high. So I kind of was thinking of that back then. But
Slender Man, not Slenderman. I mean that.
Which
different.
Which tape is that?
Man.
And this, I can still see it.
Hello, I am
Inside,
Slenderman.
You can't see it, but inside here, there's a magnet that would have set off.
Wrong button. Sorry.
There's a magnet that just made Joe go away for a second.
You'll have to show
That
again.
was so weird.
All right.
I'm still trying.
There's a magnetic strip right in here.
a
You
glitch,
can see it
man.
if you do zoom in on it.
Can
That
I-
would set off when you go out through the bars. That would set off the alarm.
Oh,
There's a
no
that's
wonder.
so it would set
Okay.
off. It would trigger those things as you left the video stores.
Wow.
So how do you not let it trigger?
Yeah. Can we see the cover of that?
This is Inhumanities.
Oh.
Oh,
I don't think I saw that one.
Which is let's see, when did this come out?
Blenderman.
Just a minute ago when you took it out.
Slender
man.
Man.
No, I was looking for the date on that.
I picture like a guy in a cape.
Ooh, 80s horror
I
film.
am Blender Man.
Blenderman.
Dun, dun, dun.
Give me all your vegetables.
Oh, it doesn't
I am
say.
king of the smoothies.
Favorite 80s horror flick is definitely let's see, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. I mean, for somebody such as myself
80s.
who has an infatuation with Freddy, I have to say that the first one, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't Freddy. He hadn't graduated to where he should be. Nightmare on Elm Street 2 should have never happened. That whole movie sucked.
But in Humanity,
3 was
is
the
like
Mecca.
Faces of the Death. Faces
Dream
of the
Warriors,
Yeah, I like Dream
Mecca
Warriors.
of the series. But from that point on, at least from 3 on, Robert Englund finally found his Freddy personality.
My favorite
it emanated.
is Halloween. Halloween
Halloween was
Myers.
1979. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
My
This
favorite
is
Good one. Good one still though.
Halloween 2.
Oh, nice, Kate.
The what?
Beetlejuice.
Ah.
I'm the ghost with the most, babe.
Yeah, that's right. I'm the ghost with the most.
I still have yet to watch Little Shop of Horrors, but I think I really like that one.
Oh,
Yeah, it's good.
like
there's
that.
the original, which was in black and white.
Okay.
But then
Oh,
there's a
remake.
better one with Rick Moranis that Don was
Mhm.
just holding up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
good one.
That's actually a very, very good one.
You'll
And
like it.
there are like backup singers, these 3 black women, right?
Yep.
And the two of them are from the show Martin. One played his girlfriend, and one played her best friend.
True.
And they are actually really good singers.
They're great singers. Yes.
Oh, and The Evil Dead was 1981.
It was. Yeah, that's another good one.
Well, yeah, the original one, and then they had Evil Dead 2, which was kind of like, it was kind of a reboot, but it wasn't.
Yep.
Like
Gremlins,
if you start watching the
84.
movie halfway through, then it's
Alien.
a continuation from the end of 1.
Mm.
And then you have
Oh.
Army of Darkness,
Wait.
which was great.
When did the thing come out? Because that's one of my favorites.
1982.
Oh, the one with Kurt
Mm.
Russell. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Then I changed it to that.
One.
The
Uh,
remake wasn't as good.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh wait, yeah. The thing. That's right. The thing that actually is my third favorite horror film. So yeah, I do consider that my favorite 80s flick. Yes. Oh, here I wanted to bring
There's
this
too
up.
many to pick from.
Yeah.
To declare a favorite.
Yeah. You ever notice? Yeah, you notice how the glitch that thing and like has like something red on it over him. I'm guessing that's like some kind of a mask that he's wearing, like that's distorted. I mean, even though
Maybe
it's distorted,
it's
you could
it's
still
hard
make,
to tell, and they don't ever
I thought-
show you.
I thought
Yeah.
he was a demon, like the red face on Insidious. Or
Oh yeah, and I gotta say, like the practical effects in this were pretty gruesome. Like where Samantha, that blonde woman, had the knife, like the killer threw the glitch through the knife, and it just went through her head and like out her eye, and her eyes like hanging
Yeah.
out.
She's just like, ow.
her eyes popped
That's part of
out.
the acting flaws that I was talking about. Like she sucked. I mean, I'm not saying she was pretty and everything and emulated what she was supposed to do, but as far as her acting skills, no. Right. It's no wonder I've never seen her.
Oh yeah, and then he like stabs like one of the guys. I think what was it? Joey? Like he was like, or no, not Joey. He was like one other guy. I'm trying to remember his name, but he got stabbed like through the head a whole bunch of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
not long after she did.
oh yeah, and
but Joey, he got stabbed, but then he was walking around like later on.
yeah, he had his throat cut. Yeah,
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know. So
That's
and then finally she gets the upper hand on him briefly by impaling by setting a booby trap that impales the glitch. She was like, but
He was
even
stuck
then,
for a minute.
oh yeah, and then she turns her back for one moment, looks back, he's gone, then jumps down and then disembowels her, and then
Robert, you're right.
and to the end, you still don't know who he is. Never shows his face. Nothing.
No, you don't get any closure on that one.
Yeah. And then there was that next skit that I thought was pretty messed. The next segment that I thought was pretty messed up, called "The Sick Thing That Happened to Emily When She Was Younger." That's what the title was, and it was a pretty crazy twist in the end where it's
What's the
like
twist?
Emily and her boyfriend were like, her boyfriend James were like FaceTiming each other.
Oh yeah.
I
And at the end, it was some other chick.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty unique that the whole thing takes place on a laptop screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like Unfriended.
And the fact that he says, no, I'm not recording at all. And obviously he was if we were watching it.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
I got asked what I'm drinking. It's like you mix it with your water, and it's pretty good. It's a half lemonade, half iced tea,
Ooh,
and you just shake
Well,
it up.
they
in your
generally
water.
call them an Arnold Palmer.
It's so good.
I'll definitely
I
have
bought
to
2
look
more
for it.
boxes.
But Arnold Palmers are better with vodka in them.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
No vodka.
Hey, listen.
just
It was
iced water.
And so it makes you think like, Emily's apartment is like a haunted. She keeps seeing ghost children, and
He's there.
you keep trying to see. She keeps trying to like get footage of it to prove that she's not crazy. But then when they attack her, and you see James like leaves his laptop and then just comes right into her back door, and I'm just like wait, what?
She thinks I'm in Ohio or
Yeah,
whatever.
or Michigan. It was supposed to. It
Michigan.
makes you think that the whole thing is like a long distance situation, but no, he was close by to her the whole time. And
Yep.
and it turns out that this whole
Same
thing was
building.
yeah, and it turns out the whole thing was just this plot that he conspired with aliens to like use her to incubate like these alien human hybrid babies, pulling them out of her.
Yeah.
And
that was
then, like,
pretty
one of the last
gruesome.
things he said was that she wasn't going to be able to endure much more physically. And then all of a sudden, there's another chick. Oh, hey.
Yeah.
And she's taking off her shirt. And it's like,
Yeah.
all right, well, more boobs. All
yeah,
right.
it's like, yeah, he also has been doing. It's heavily implied he's been doing this to not just those 2 women, but women around the world, like as part of this conspiracy to like create alien babies, and also then he goes to like the extent of having the aliens erase that girl's memory and then break her bones to make her think that she did that to herself in an accident and that she's schizophrenic. Like that's messed up.
Yeah. All right, we're going to have to break some of her ribs here.
Yeah, that was messed up. So messed up. It turned and
Yeah.
the whole thing was she was like very worried about this bump she had on her arm. Like she was scratching it, and then it got to the point where she took a blade and cut her arm.
When she was digging
I
at
didn't
that,
like
I was
that
like,
part.
what the hell are you doing? I would never.
And then why
I
the
would
hell
sooner go
was
to the
she,
hospital.
like screaming in pain?
That was like in
Yeah,
Bug.
hole looks
Remember?
so big in her arm. It's like you
She's
think
got like
screaming in
she's
pain.
got like
how to
tweezers.
be
She's
able
like,
to
here,
move
look,
it.
let me go in here.
Oh,
And
But
What's that
again,
movie
yeah. But
with
again,
bugs?
yeah. But hey, again, great practical effects.
Yeah. They were subtle and they were cool.
Yeah.
But I like out of all of them, as far as the effects went, I mean, I like the first story and I like the last story.
Oh yeah.
Because of those hands reaching in the last story, those hands reaching through the floors and the walls and everything, they look like spot on. I mean, I was like, wow, that's kind of creepy.
Oh yeah. But then it turns out the bump in her arm is actually a tracking device that they surgically put into her.
Mhm.
And yeah, like seriously, that whole twist was pretty crazy. And then we go back to the narrative story. Like it shows what happens at the end, like right after that skit, like right after that segment. It shows like what happened to that criminal gang. You know, like they are looking through the tapes. One of the guys is decapitated off screen.
Yeah.
And then the main guy comes across the old man who's now zombified. You know, like he falls down the stairs and then he is killed by the old man zombie. And then
I wasn't sure if he was a zombie or if he was just faking like he was dead.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was some other kind of being. Like I didn't know what to think on that really. Like I thought,
what is it?
Right.
You know, I thought he was like just faking that he was dead the whole time.
Like a shapeshifter, just kind of chilling, you know.
Or possessed.
Because he disappeared a couple times, actually, if you watch throughout the movie. Like when they were changing the tapes and then they showed the chair for like a brief second when the guy leans forward and there's nobody in it.
Right.
You know, and it's like, whoa, where did he go?
Yeah. But yeah, I admit some of these segments are not as good as others, but the franchise does get better, like I said, with each sequel, especially the new ones on Shudder. Those are among the best out of all of them. And they got very high scores on Rotten Tomatoes. And I agree. For once, I actually agree with Rotten Tomatoes. I've been saying in the past on here that I disagreed with some of the things they said, but now in this one instance, I agree with them. Yeah, but like VHS 94 really blew my mind when I first saw it. I'm just thinking, yes, VHS is back. VHS is back, giving us good stuff.
That's closer for me for when I graduated.
Oh, I was only
95.
Oh man, I was only like 2 years old in 1994.
Oh, how cute!
In 95, I was 20. So yeah, that means I'll be 50 in February. We have to have a big celebration.
Yeah, there you go.
We should have a birthday party together.
Yes. Hey, come here to Chicago. Tom will set something up for you.
I was about
In February also.
29 in 95.
Yes. Oh, you were 25 in 94?
No, in 94 and 95, I was like in my late 20s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we were all talking about.
I was in my very early 20s.
I was diagnosed with AML leukemia in 1995, December of 1995, and I think I was 28 or 29 around that time.
Wow, that's
because I wasn't even quite 30 yet. Because I remember, like the first time that I was home, it was that March following that, and I think we were celebrating my 30th birthday.
So for those of you keeping track, that means he's 92 right now.
Right.
No, that doesn't make sense.
No.
95, you would have been 28.
All right, so it was 2 years.
All right, so that means you're 8 years older than me.
I'm 57 until March.
Well, yeah, and I'm 49.
Kate, I think Thomas is asking how old you were back in 1994.
So I was born in 1990, so I was just 4. So I'm just a little bit older than you, Don.
Okay.
How cute.
Just a little bit.
Wow, you guys are old, man.
Well, hey, I gotta say, Kate, you do not look it. I always thought you looked like. I still always thought you would look like 20 still.
Wow.
Oh,
When I say I'm going to be
Thank
50,
you.
he doesn't say I don't look it. But when all right, I see how. I got you, man. Like, listen, I know I'm younger looking than I am.
Come on, Tom.
Tom, you don't look older than 49.
Yeah, you and your
No, I
sexy
don't.
flannel.
I don't. If I looked older than
I'm
49,
joking.
I'd have a problem.
What?
I'm kidding.
Wow.
You know you don't look it.
Really?
He's fishing for compliments now,
I
look.
know.
No.
It's
I
all
was
about that
busting
sexy
balls on
flannel.
Don.
You know, I
That
felt
was the whole
pretty
purpose
good.
of that.
I felt pretty good. I saw a picture of my brother, who's 2 years younger than I am, and he's got more gray hair than I do.
I got
Made me feel good. He took off. He didn't have his hat on like he usually does, and he's got a head full of gray hair. It's all gray.
All
So
my
your
gray
hair
hair is
looks
on my
good.
face.
Huh?
Yep.
It's like the
I
size
said your
Yeah,
hair
it
looks
looked
really
like
good
a
too.
Sasquatch. They called it. He was sitting in one of those fold-out rocking chairs at a campsite, and they called him something Sasquatch. You know,
Oh.
and I was reading the comments, and one of our aunts, like, my aunt Naida, it's like, what the fuck happened to you?
Aw.
Oh,
Well,
man.
he's like got to be pushing 300 pounds, 350 pounds now.
Man.
I'm not pushing that. You know,
Most of it's a beer belly.
well, I got a beer belly. I'm only 210, man.
And so, yeah, Tom, you said your one of your favorite segments in this was the Halloween party.
Yeah, at the end. I mean,
Yeah, that's the one that's made by Radio
Mhm.
Silence. Yeah, that was a real good one. But yeah, that one. I usually did some research recently on Radio Silence, and I hear that they're remaking Escape from New York. I'm not sure how to feel about that.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Stop.
no.
Listen, I went
No.
on a rant on my live feed earlier.
I saw it.
For the did you? I was like, man, Hollywood, stop making remakes. Stop.
I've been saying that for years.
Just make something new. It can be based off of something. You could have a horror film about some demon
The
that
reason
travels
they
in your
don't,
dreams and
Tom,
stuff
is
like that, and it
because-
doesn't have to be Freddy.
All right.
They have no
The
idea.
reason they don't is because Hollywood's got that younger generation that grew up without an imagination or using that muscle. You know, when we were younger, you and I were younger, we got kicked outside and said, don't come back in until the lights come on out.
That's right. No, well, don't come in
Or
until the
don't-
street lights come on,
Right.
or at 6 o'clock for dinner. And if
dinner,
you don't come in for
right.
dinner, you don't get anything when you come
Right.
back.
Exactly.
I mean, there's one remake that I am looking forward to, Nosferatu. I just do think that actually
Yeah.
does have potential.
Oh, I want to see
Well,
that.
I mean,
That does
maybe
look good.
it
To
depends.
some extent, you know. I
It
mean,
depends on how committed the directors and producers are to the original.
well, the director of The Witch is directing it, Robert Eggers. He's good.
It
So,
looks
I mean-
visually quite stunning as well.
I understand they're going to have to change up some aspects of the movie, but for the most part, if they remain faithful to the original, then
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes, and that's more than I can
And
say
that
about.
is why I will not watch the new Crow.
Yeah, no,
remake.
yeah.
Mm.
That, I was about to say Nosferatu. I do have good expectations for that, and that's. I think it can do great, but that's more than I could ever say about that remake of The Crow.
But yet Dom was like raving about the remake of The Crow was great, but I didn't like the new Beetlejuice.
You know,
It's like, well,
I didn't like any of those remakes, you know, like even the ones Rob Zombie made.
oh yeah.
Mm.
Well,
You know,
I mean,
those things sucked without the original actors or
Yeah.
without Robert England playing Freddy Krueger or anything like
yeah,
that.
the
You
new
know,
Nightmare. I have not made it through the
You know,
entire movie without falling asleep
I
while
can't
watching it.
I can't watch those. And then the other thing Hollywood does that pisses me off is they take the sequels and they take them too far.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
the
know,
only
some
the
of them
one.
should have stopped early. I mean, I love the Hellraiser series. It's one of my favorite series of movies, right?
Yeah.
But I can't watch it past 3.
Right, exactly. I mean, when it comes to horror movie sequels, the one that really pissed me off was American Werewolf in Paris, because first, like here, American Werewolf in London, I consider
That's
that
the
to be one of the.
original.
I consider this to be the
Mhm.
best werewolf movie of all time.
Yeah, I loved it.
Loved it ever since I was a kid. It has
And by the
amazing,
way,
amazing.
Is that
it's a
part
bucket
from
list of mine to go
70?
to that. It's a bucket list of mine to go to
1970,
that
is the one
bar.
from 70 something.
It's from 1981. Yes.
Yeah,
That bar-
okay,
that
around
bar-
the same.
The bar that they went to
Yeah,
still
it's
exists,
got
and
that-
it's my bucket
Mhm.
list to go to that bar.
Same
I
here.
love that
Yeah.
movie.
So yeah,
You're
I'm
gonna
using
get
this for example.
attacked.
I'm using this for an example. This is one of the best horror films of all time in my book. It's in my top 20, and this goes down as one of the biggest classics of all time, right?
Yep,
Okay,
it's a
but
great
first,
classic.
Best
First film-
werewolf transformation.
yeah, first film to ever win an Academy Award for Best Makeup Effects, which Rick Baker earned, very well earned. And that's a good movie, right? I could go all day about how great it is, right? But now I was 12 years old. I watched American Werewolf in Paris for the first
Horrible.
time. And on AMC, I watched that. I'm like, when they first showed the werewolf, I just stood there just stunned. I'm just like, what the hell is this? This is nothing like the werewolf that I loved seeing in this one. Why? What's with the terrible CGI? Why do the werewolves look like part man, part ape things?
Yeah.
Yeah, they screwed
Yep.
that up real
Yeah.
bad.
I was like, this is nothing like American Wolf in London.
Was that like in the 90s?
That
No,
was
it was.
80. That one was 80.
No, I mean the
American Wolf in
Paris.
Paris. Yes, that was 90s.
Yeah, okay.
I don't remember because it sucked so bad.
Well, yeah, I didn't even
I
bother
got-
watching it.
I got through it about halfway through it, and it's like,
I have a really good idea. So I think every one of us should come up with a concept for a horror film, and then we can give it to the viewers and they decide which one is the best concept for a film.
I like this.
We should do it.
All right.
I'm all for it.
Okay.
Well, you do realize that mine would have to centralize around Sorobia Garden, right?
Yeah, but don't tell us, Tom. The secret.
I'm just saying. Loosely.
It could be the Halloween special. We could like throw out our concept
cool.
and then the viewers could
but
vote.
that'd be the Tuesday before Halloween then.
Yeah.
Because Halloween's
Or
Thursday.
you could do that on the deck because the deck actually has episodes that will fall on Halloween.
That's
Thursday.
true. That's true.
And that's 2 hours, and we could sit there and
You see, this
talk
is a plan. We should do
talk
it.
about all the classic horrors. Just
I thought
Yeah,
they
we
said the
follow.
duck, and I'm like, quack,
no,
quack,
the
quack.
deck. The whole thing started because Tom, was it Dom or Tom? Which one of you started
Dom.
that porch thing?
It was
Dom.
me and Dom. That was originally our community chat, and then
Right.
we switched it to the porch. So
And
It was
I
both of
kept
us.
saying you should switch it to the deck and call it
Yeah, well.
deck. And
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do it. We'll make a plan. We'll put it in the
Yes.
chat.
Yeah, we gotta let Nick know about this. He'll want in on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'll be
So
fun.
yeah, I wanted to talk about the final segments, the Halloween party segment. Because Dom, I know there's plenty that you love about it, but
Yeah.
but there's one. There was one part of it, the opening of it, where it looks like the parents of those kids, I'm guessing, are like having a barbecue, but they're just using a styrofoam plate to flip the stuff that they have on the
Oh,
grill.
yeah.
And I'm just like, who forgets to bring a
they-
spatula at a barbecue?
they were in like a park because I recognized the grill they were on because it's in my park. So, but like they were in a park somewhere, just like eating before they went.
Yeah.
But yeah, why would you use styrofoam on an open flame? I mean, what do you
and why wasn't it melting from the heat?
right? They
Yeah.
must not have had much charcoal,
No, I'm guessing not. And seriously, who forgets to bring a spatula to a barbecue?
right?
I don't get it.
These dumb kids from the 90s.
Actually,
Well, there
that's
would
the
have
thing.
been better things to use as a spatula or something on a grill
Like
than.
a stick or something.
Like
Or-
a stick, yeah.
Come on, one of you's you're out there camping and no one's got a pocket knife on them.
I
Yeah.
always have one on me.
I mean, come on. What
This
happened to
would-
being a?
Yeah,
you
this
know,
is what
be
I would bring.
prepared?
Ooh, a whole set.
Yeah, a whole set full
Is
of
it your sexy barbecue set?
Yep, including this right here. Now this is a good. This is
Sexy barbecues.
now this is what I would definitely bring. This spatula right here has a bottle opener and also a serrated blade on the side.
There
Yeah.
you go. That's a weapon right there.
Yeah, very very innovative.
It's my special spatula.
This was a housewarming gift that my parents got me when I got my condo and I got my grill set up.
Oh, that's awesome, Dom. That's
Grill
really good.
master.
Gonna
Oh, yeah.
buy me a condo. Gonna
But,
buy me a
But yeah, my
cruiser
point is, when I think about barbecue, I would never forget to bring a spatula. I'm shocked that those adults, who I'm guessing are the parents of those kids, because they're using the same camera. So,
Mm.
but seriously, what kind of no one should ever forget a spatula at a barbecue. That made no sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we get to these group of kids. It's Halloween nights, and in a way, this really reminded me of their YouTube channel, Chad, Matt, and Rob. Like back when, because that's who they were. They worked on this segment, and like seeing this reminded me of those time when I watched their YouTube videos. I watched that one where it was found footage style of their encounter with an alien. I thought that was hysterical. If we could, I actually would like to show that on here if I'm able to. Here.
Well, I mean, you're in control, so
if I'm just saying if I'm able to because of this because of what happened last time I tried presenting something out here, the audio got messed up. But
Yeah, I
Wow.
got partially muted.
hopefully I could show it on here. Here, hang on. Share screen. Here, let me just okay. Yeah, this is like their most popular video on their channel. Here, let's go ahead and play.
Yeah. It's like 3 in the morning. All right, ready? You know? Yeah. Okay, it's like 3 in the morning. We're outside Chad's bedroom. Chad, he hates alien. Terrified. So we're gonna scare him. Ready? Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut up. 3, 2. Stop! Commencing anal probe. Commencing anal probe. Rolling. Who's scared of aliens, Rob? Chad. And who's vulnerable to an alien attack while he's in the shower? Chad. Alien hands. Let's go quietly, though. Ready? Dude, shut the fuck up. Go. Why? Okay, it's a little after 4 a.m. Guess who has an important meeting in the morning? Chad does. Guess who's attacking tonight? Let me get some aliens. Dude, what was that? The guy's gonna do this quickly. I don't know what the hell you're doing. Chill. What the hell is that thing? God, how the hell did you do that? Dude, we're done. As soon as I'm done with my meeting, get out of there. We're gonna look at my own place tomorrow, all right? Check. Dude!
I could see that on Scare Tactics.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's what they did before. That's what
They
they were
look
doing
like-
before they made that production company.
They look like they're going to turn around and their friend punked them after all of their little shenanigans.
Yeah,
They got punked by their friend.
Maybe that's why he was
That was
scared of
fr-
aliens.
Yeah,
he
but
did.
he must have got over his fear or something at one point because he punked them on that. You know he did.
Yeah,
Who would
that
pop
was,
up
that
Will
was-
Billy?
that
Yes,
was
especially when
funny.
you shoot it. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah,
Oh,
so
Tom, you look creepy.
Yep. love it. Yeah, so that's what they were working on before they made Radio Silence, and this was like a few years, I think, before they did this segment for VHS. But yeah, this is where they go inside of a house where they think it's a house party, right? And then, but it turns out it's there's some kind of a ritual going on upstairs where a woman is held hostage. They will try to do the right thing and rescue her, and God, Tom. But they're like trying to do some kind of an exorcism, but when they start striking the woman, the guys were like, "Oh hell no!" And then they're just trying to bust her out of there. But as they're trying to get her out of that house, there's like some hands coming out of the wall. There's plates and objects flying around the room at them. So it's like there's some kind of evil force near them. Oh yeah, and it turns out it's all centered on that woman. Like that woman was apparently an evil entity.
Yeah, the
Or
one they
was she just
rescued.
possessed?
Well, I think by the time they rescued her, it was too late. She was already,
Yeah.
Yeah,
whatever they were trying to do, she was already in it.
yep. And
I
then
think I said possessed in this podcast like 10 times already. They're all possessed. They're just possessed.
Wait, does that mean Zach Baggins is here?
probably. But yeah, I think they actually described her as like a witch, like this dark entity that can teleport, because she basically tricked them into like thinking like, oh, she's being held captive, she's an innocent person. But once they get her in the car and then just driving away, the car stalls on the railroad tracks, and which was foreshadowed earlier because they were waiting for a train to pass by because they were late for a party. So yeah, that was good foreshadowing. But yeah, so they stuck on the tracks, and then the witch teleports herself out of the car and then like jump scares them. And the thing is, they can't get out. Like the doors are locked. They can't get out of the car, and there's a train barreling towards them. And if it was me in that situation, I would be kicking out the window and getting out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. That's crazy.
Why were the hands and stuff in the house like coming through the walls? Were they trying to get the girl back, or were they just trying to get the people?
I think the witch was doing that.
Oh,
She was like,
That was crazy though.
like trying to create the impression that the house was haunted and this cult had something to do with it. And so there's arms coming out of the walls, and seriously, there were good effects in this bit.
yeah, I like that part. That was
too.
cool.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. But
Tom,
yeah.
you look like a llama.
What?
Blood.
What? What?
Or an alpaca. You need the wiggle, and then you'll be an alpaca.
Right. Oh man. But
Minecraft moment.
Oh no.
he's gonna turn himself into a
What if he
Minecraft.
started?
He's gonna be an alpaca.
Robert's shaking his head at you.
Sideways, you look like
There we
a
go.
What?
That's definitely lava.
Oh yeah. So
Oh, God.
I got a screenshot of that. Thanks, Tom.
Right.
and
We want that. We want the screenshot.
What is wrong with this Tom? I don't. That looks something out of my. That looks like my ex-wife.
yeah, I was doing Russian because Thomas was wanting me to do something.
What is this? I don't know what.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I can do all sorts of different accents. I try not to do some of them too often because I don't want to come off as racially insensitive, but. Oh my
I'm sorry.
So bad.
God,
So,
these filters.
anyway,
If you keep
so-
making that face, you're gonna stay that way.
So yeah. Anyway, VHS. It's not the best horror film I've seen. I will agree with Joe that it is one of the lesser, but it does get better. Like second film is better. VHS 94 and the rest of the movies forward are better than this. And we get to see some more great work for Dead Silence in those ones on Shudder. So those ones are really worth watching. Yeah, it's like the effects actually do get better. Like you'll see all sorts of different monsters, all sorts of chaos. Especially with the second one. The second one focuses on like supernatural entities. Let's see, zombies, aliens, and also a demonic cult.
wow.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of there's all kinds of crazy things that go on in VHS 2, and I'm happy to say I am a proud owner of the Blu-ray. Yeah, I have the first and second. But yeah, VHS 2. Yeah, this one actually did get a spin-off called Kids versus Aliens. I believe they also have that on Shudder. I definitely got to check that one out. But yeah, this one is definitely much more graphic than VHS. This one, they really upped the gore factor in VHS 2.
Oh no, I don't think I'll watch it then.
Oh yeah, but I mean, let's see. Eduardo Sanchez, who directed the Blair Witch Project, like I said, he did a segment on this. But
Would
yeah,
you
VHS.
say that? Would you say that Grave Encounters is kind of like something close to VHS style?
Well, it's found footage, yes. Grave Encounters. I think it's pretty good. I mean, yeah, like says sure. Like some people don't really care about it that much for it, but I thought it was worth seeing if you enjoy found footage horror.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, I'm just looking at the back of VHS on here. I just like how they have they have Lily, or just partially have Lily right there.
Yikes.
Yeah. Oh, and I was
They
shocked
should
to
put her
learn.
whole face.
Yeah, I was shocked to learn when I got this that this is actually a copy from Canada.
Really?
Yeah, I got this off Amazon, and they sent me a because I noticed that the font at the top where it says Blu-ray right there is different, and I'm just like, oh, that's weird. Then I looked at the back and I saw the Canadian rating on there.
Ah.
Yeah.
So that, according to South Park, that was made by people whose heads aren't attached to their jaw.
Yeah, looks
So
like
that's
it.
how they depict Canadians.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah, like I said, this was decent. It had some redeeming things about it, but this was even better. VHS 2. Like it took everything it took all the great aspects of VHS and like doubled it. It was good. So I know that Joe. I know that you weren't that big on this movie, but believe me, the next one's better. Yeah.
Well, I'll check it out because I'm seriously considering Shudder.
Oh yes, Shudder. Like yeah, seriously, get Shudder if you
I'm
love horror.
looking at some of the movies they have, and it's like, wow, I haven't seen some of these in years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and for $7 a month, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these. Oh wow, yeah. Like I have my phone open on this as well. Oh man, I think I saw Alligator listed on here, and that's like Robert Forster. I was one of the hidden gems. Oh yeah, this one.
Alligator.
Yeah, it's based on that whole myth that you flush an alligator down the toilet, it comes back. Yeah,
I remember that movie.
Yes. Hey, welcome back, Preston. Yeah, we were just we're just wrapping up this, but yeah, we were talking about the segment that Radio Silence directed, and I showed their most popular video on here, that alien prank gone wrong video, and which I absolutely love.
That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you prank them, and then it turns out they're being invaded by aliens for real in the end.
How about that?
Yeah, nice little twist. But
what a twist!
Oh, and they have the original Little Shop of Horrors on Shudder.
The one from 1950 something,
1960, yes,
1960,
yes, and it's very early film for a early 20s Jack Nicholson.
One of my favorites.
Oh yeah, he played Steve Martin's role.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Braxton said alligator is some good cooking. Oh yes, that is a done. That is a popular dish. That is a popular dish in Louisiana. Yes, but yeah, we were just talking about the horror app Braxton Shudder, and like the good reasons why you should check it, why people should get it, because it's $7 a month, and also you get caught up with not only great movies but also great TV series as well. Like here we have Chucky, we have Creepshow, we have Hannibal, all sorts of great things worth seeing on here.
This video is sponsored by Shudder.
Look at that. I wonder if.
Yeah, now we're starting to sound like this whole video is being sponsored by Shudder.
That's right. This video is sponsored by Shudder.
Try it. You might like it.
Can you imagine?
Yes, definitely.
$7 a month.
Yes. Oh man, but yeah.
You have a good voice for that, Tom.
Act now.
Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah.
If you order Shudder now, it's only $7 a month. You can watch all the horror movies you want. We got all the good ones. Come on over to Shudder.
You can watch.
Try not to laugh.
Yeah, they got some of those old, what was considered B title classic horrors.
Yeah. And
we got all the B movies.
Yeah. And just released this weekend, VHS Beyond.
Ooh. Oh wow.
You want to watch VHS Beyond? How about watching all the other movies? We got them here on Shudder.
Yeah, I like how all of them.
$7 a month.
I like how all the VHS covers, they have like a skull put into it. Like, let's see. Hang on. VHS. Let me type it in. Okay, like
I think Poltergeist did that too, by the way.
Yeah. VHS 94 that has that as well. I love the covers on these. And let's see. Oh, here. And the next one after that, VHS 99.
I see it.
And
that's a cool cover.
Oh, here. I love this one. It's very retro. VHS 85.
That looks like the year I graduated.
Yep.
They're
Come
like
on.
evolving.
Here, why am I
Come with me if you want to live. Come on.
I graduated
look
high
very
school. Oh, it's got like a
Terminator.
Tron feel
Yeah.
to it.
Yep.
Or Terminator.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it.
That's right. It looks like the Terminator. Come on. You know you want the Terminator. Come on.
Stop.
Oh man. Yeah. So yeah, these ones are really worth seeing as far as the
That was
sequels
a
go.
very good
That's
year.
right.
85 was a good year.
It sure was. I was 10 years old, man. I had no worries in the
I
world.
graduated high school.
Nice.
I had not a worry in the world. No
I was
bills,
an
no
honor roll
nothing.
student.
I was
Yeah.
just living, man. I
Yeah.
was being
I had no,
LIVAIN.
yeah, I had no
Yeah,
worries. I had no worries at all because I wasn't around yet.
Yeah, you weren't even an itch
Yeah,
in your
well,
daddy's
yeah.
pants yet.
I was just living, man. LIVIN,
Yeah.
living.
Is that a quote?
That's
Movie
Well,
quote?
yeah, it's
Hey, Chris, good to see you.
it's
Cheech and
it's-
Chong?
no,
no, God damn it, what is his name?
I don't know. He's from
What movie?
Days
yeah, that one
Confused.
movie with the people.
Dazed and
man.
Confused?
Yeah, man.
Okay, that's what Joe said.
Dazed and Confused. It was
LIVIN.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes.
Matthew
Next-
McConaughey.
Matthew
Yeah.
McConaughey. I was just got to
All
it.
right, all right.
Right,
Yeah,
all right.
Trivia night.
That's right, Brexton. That's the year 1985. That's when Commando came out. That's true. Yeah, and after Terminator, like that's
A
just
lot of movies came out in 1985.
oh yeah. That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
after Terminator, like Arnold
Mhm.
Schwarzenegger's career just skyrocketed from there. So
That's right. It did. I went up. Hey, look, I became governor, man. Come on.
yeah, I just like how when
What a country.
I like how when Arnold Schwarzenegger first came to America, the first thing he did was head straight to Muscle Beach and just
Yeah.
really put himself to work. Really get himself.
Universe.
That's right.
Wow.
I liked being
Wow.
around buff men.
Yeah,
He won that universe, Mr. Universe.
Yeah.
Mr. Universe.
It-
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
in the
He was like
Guinness
the
Book
life-
of World Records for the
Like
Perfect
life-size
body.
He-Man.
Right.
He was
That's true.
Conan the Barbarian.
yeah. By
That
the
was a
power of
great-
Grayskull.
that was a great movie.
I have the power.
Wow, he was so big in Conan. Like
Oh,
he
yeah.
was super buffed.
He was a beast.
And the first movie he was in, Hercules, it wasn't even his voice. It was somebody else's voice dubbed in.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
back then.
Because the guy, he spoke like he
That's
had
sad.
English like this. And Arnold still can't talk like that.
No.
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 Because he talks like this. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is me.
Yeah,
It's
Hello,
so far-
how you
bad.
doing?
Oh wow.
you can't even say neighbor right
Yeah, neighbor.
Wow.
Wait.
on
I
the
gotta-
commercials.
He needs to be a good neighbor.
I love his accent.
I
So
do too.
epic.
I do. As well. Oh, here.
Jeez.
Terminator skull and the Predator skull collection. Ooh, I never thought of that. I never thought about
Mm.
Predator coming across Terminator.
That's right. Come on. How are you doing?
I love it. Love it.
That's disturbing. That's VHS.
That's
disturbing.
right. It is. I'm
Oh dear.
a very disturbing man.
So,
Oh no.
Wow. Chris says you look better.
so I should mention, Joe. Like I said, I've been talking about the sequels, but the one you should definitely avoid is VHS Viral. That's definitely not worth seeing, but the rest of them are good. And also, you don't even have to watch all the movies in order because they're not really that linked with each other.
Oh, well, then I might start with 85 then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I like some of those classic movies that take you back in time.
That's true.
That
Yeah.
were,
Mhm.
Well, classic movies usually do that. That's the
that
term,
were made
classic.
in the 70s and 80s, and then they were also set there too. They did a great job on Dazed and Confused. It's like the cars,
All
the
right.
cars that you see, the music you hear, the things that the teenagers are doing are like the same things you would have been doing back then.
If you got a
That's right.
joint, it'd be a whole lot cooler
Cooler,
if you did.
Yeah.
Here, Billy's saying, Don, do you think Shudder should sponsor this show? I would love it if they did.
Yeah. Can you
I mean,
imagine?
hey, I'm putting good word out for them, so that's the least they could do.
Well, you would think that would be enough, right? Almost the entire life of my YouTube channel, I have been talking about Deep Woods Off, and I have contacted them. I'm not getting a sponsorship just yet.
Oh,
What
man.
I don't
Well,
know what's going on.
Hey, fingers crossed. One day.
Just
Hopefully.
about every video I make, I say Deep Woods Off at least once.
Hey,
Yeah, well,
fingers crossed. Hopefully.
I always say be wary of those people that want to try to sponsor you and stuff. Be careful of the contracts because you do not want to give up creative control.
Right.
Wow.
Here. Nicolas Cage is Conan. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm Conan the Barbarian. Look at my giant sword.
That would be dramatic miscasting.
Yes.
Wait,
Totally.
when you picture
And
him
not
with
the
Grace,
first time.
It was
with you
really-
picture him with Grace. What's her name? Grace Jones. Oh my God, no.
That's it.
What-
Yeah, that was a good soundtrack, Braxton. Yes.
And him as what was it? Did he actually do it or did they just make somebody make the poster or something? But they had him as Superman.
Oh,
Which
he
actually-
actually played Superman in an alternate universe.
Oh my
did.
in
god!
one
He
of the
actually
movies.
did. Yes.
I missed that movie. Thank God.
But it was not him. It was all AI inserted.
Right.
But they had his permission.
Yeah. Which segment are you talking about, Billy? Yeah, because I don't think it has a connection with Black Phone.
Sounds racist.
No. Oh, okay. So yeah, these are songs from the Return of the Living Dead. Yeah, that is a good album. I do agree with you totally, Braxton.
That would be wrong too.
Yeah. So
Known as Conan. That would be wrong. That's another comment. That would be wrong too.
yeah.
Sylvester Stallone as Conan? I don't think so.
Hey,
No.
look at me! I got this big sword over here. You know, I mean,
Adrian.
I'm
He's
gonna
on
hit you
Tulsa
with my
King.
sword. You're gonna fall down. I mean, we're gonna be all right. We're gonna go get a beer. We're gonna go. You know, maybe we get a couple cheesesteaks or something. You know,
Love it. Love it. So yeah,
that is Arnold Schwarzenegger's version of Sylvester Stallone.
right.
Oh God.
Hey, you know, let me tell you.
Oh man. But yeah, so that as no, so we're gonna end this here. This is the end of this. That's gonna be it for this edition. For this edition of the FearFans Podcast. Yeah, if you haven't seen VHS, definitely watch it. It really gets you the idea of what this franchise is all about, and then you could just watch every single one of them from after this, except for VHS Viral. Cannot stress enough how terrible that one is. Made no sense at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of the first segments completely abandoned the whole aspect of found footage. Just made it like the standard, you know, like they did the whole standard cinematography, standard filmmaking techniques. But if you don't film it in a found footage style, it's not found footage. It's like, come on.
Yeah. No.
Unless they find it, and then once they find it, it is found footage.
I mean,
by definition.
It's not filmed in a manner of like. If you saw the movie, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the one where they had this segment where it's like a magician that turns bad after he gets a hold of Houdini's cape that turns out to be evil. Yeah, it's a pretty crazy concept. But yeah, that's another one for another day. So hope you guys enjoyed this edition of the FearFans Podcast. Be sure to tune in next week as we cover Scream 4.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's about time we get back in. Yep, it's about time we get back into the Scream
favorite.
franchise.
Scary
I did 4
movie.
screens.
Yeah, I'm excited because I got a pretty good lineup for the rest of this month and the month after that. Yeah, excited for the rest of this in November.
That's
So
great.
yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we'll see you all next week. Till then, have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.